this video, we will be creating and interpreting line plots based on given information. So I have gone ahead and given you the line plot labeled and the 4 questions to go with it. But I'm going to read aloud our story and we're going to plot as we go. It says, hay is growing flowers. Each flower grew a little during the month of May. The rose and daffodil each grew 1¼ inches. So since the rose and daffodil each grew 1¼ let's go ahead and put 2 X's over 1¼ The daisy grew 1 inch. The tulip and petunia grew 3 inches. So we have 1 for tulip, 1 for petunia. The orchid grew 1½ inches. Make sure you're following along and marking your chart with mine. While the carnation grew 1/2 inch. The lily grew 1½ inches. And the sunflower grew 3/4 inch. There's our chart. Let's go ahead and figure out our questions. All right. So the first one says, what is the total number of inches grown by all the plants? I'm going to go ahead and highlight that word total because that word total is typically going to tell us to add. So we're going to have to add all of these growths together. So I'm going to scoot that over for us. We've got 1/2 plus 3 of these 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and multiply 3/4 times 3. So I have that number. I know that when I multiply 3/4 times 3, I'm going to put that 3 over 1. 3 times 3 is 9/4. Do I want to turn that into a mixed number? Let's go ahead and do that as well. I know that 4 can go into 9 2 times with 1 left over. So we've got 2 1/4 plus 1 plus 1 1/4 twice. So we've got 1 1/4 plus 1 1/4 is 2/4, 2 2/4. Plus, we've got 1½ twice. I know that 1½ plus 1½ is 3 though, so that should be easier. Now I'm noticing that our fractions do not have common denominators. Thankfully, it's pretty easy because it's 2 and 4. I know that my common denominator is 4. So instead of 1/2, I'm going to erase that and I'm going to put 2/4 because I know that 1/2 equals 2/4. All right, looks good. All we have to do is add. So we've got 2/4 plus 2 1/4 plus 1 plus 2 3/4 plus 3. Let's take our whole numbers first. We've got 2, 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 2/4 plus 1/4 plus 2/4. That would be 5/4. And we know we can't leave it like that. So I know that 8 5/4 would simplify to 9 1/4. Remember how I did that is I pulled 4/4 out of that 5 because 4/4 equals 1. So 5/4 minus 4/4 is 1/4, and we take that 1 and add it to the 8. So my answer for that one is 9 1/4. What is the difference between the plant that grew the least and the plant that grew the most? So we're going to take a look at our plants here. We've got 1/2 is our least amount, and 1 1/2 is our most. So 1 1/2 minus 1/2. As you can see, 1/2 minus 1/2 is nothing. 1 minus 0 is 1. So our answer there is 1. What was the most common amount of plant growth? Anytime we're looking for most common, it means we're going to be looking for the one that has the most X's. So for this one, as you can see, these have 2, the 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 have 2 X's each. And our 3/4 has 3 X's. So I know that the most common was 3/4. And finally, we've got the question range. Range. This is actually super easy because you've already answered it. The range equals the max. Let's do that in pen. Max minus minimum. That equals the range. So that's how we find range. We're going to take our maximum, which is 1 1/2, minus the minimum, which is 1/2, and we get 1. We already answered that question. It's kind of like a repeat with a fancy new word. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one that I'm going to have you do partially on your own. But we do need to chart it first. All right. The question or the passage goes, Kaylee's Kayleese and her friends all ate some pizza. Kayleese ate 1/8 of the pizza. John and Maisie each ate 1/2 of a pizza. Carlos ate 1/8. And James ate 1/4. Mark ate 1/8. Everybody ate 1/8, my goodness. And Susie ate 1/2. Amy ate 3/4. Well, Arnold ate 1/4. All right, here we go. What is the total amount of pizza eaten by friends? You're going to do the exact same thing we did up top and add them all together. Go ahead and give it a shot. All right, for this one, you should have added 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. We know that is 3/8. 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2/4. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. Plus another half is 1 1/2. Plus 3/4. Now let's go ahead and change our fourths into eighths. You know that 8 is our common denominator. 2/4 I know is going to give me 4/8. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. And for 3/4, I know I'm going to multiply the 4 by 2 to get to 8. So multiply the 3 by 2 as well. And I'm going to get 6/8. Let's go ahead and change that 1/2 as well. I know that 1/2 equals 4/8 because 4 is half of 8. Now we can add them together. I've got 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 eighths. Oh, goodness. We have to turn 17 eighths into a mixed number. So I know that 17 divided by 8, because it's not just a fraction, it's also a division problem. 8 can go into 17 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 17 minus 16 is 1. So 2 1/2. Now we can't forget our 1 over here. So we need to add our 1 to our 2 1/2. And we're going to get 3 1/2 is our answer for number 1. I hope that's the same one you got as well. Number 2 says, which friends ate the most pizza? Which friends ate the most pizza? How do we want to interpret that question? I want you to decide which measurement is the most. So which one person ate the most pizza? I know you don't remember their names, but go ahead and put the measurement in. For this one, you should have said the 3/4 is the most pizza. And just so we have a name, we know that Amy ate 3/4 of the pizza. Number 3 and number 4, again, are the same question, just said different ways. Number 3 says, what was the difference between the friend that ate the most and the friend that ate the least? And number 4 says, what is the range? Remember, the range is max minus min, maximum minus minimum. So the maximum is 3/4 minus the minimum of 1/8. We've already talked about how my 3/4 really equals 6/8. 6/8 minus 1/8 is 5/8. 5/8. Looking good, looking good. Make sure you get your notes glued down and you can get started on that classwork.